watching OnFire-TV.com, featuring news, interviews, and entertainment. Broadcasting from Radio On Fire Studios in Baltimore, Maryland, here's your host, Diamond K.
Welcome back. You made Diamond K in here, of course. The Diamond K Show on ONFIRE-TV.com. A lot of things to get into. A lot of stories that we have here today. Of course, happy Friday to everybody. Here on the show, we deliver the biggest political and trending news stories of the day with interviews and original reporting from across the country. Show is fun. Show is upbeat. But I also got to explain what is really going on. Of course, on all social media, I am at the Diamond K Show. So, of course, nothing is forever. No, in Hollywood, I don't think. None of these marriages seem to last. And somebody that we have consistently seen have trouble. I mean, trouble staying faithful. Trouble staying married. I thought that the pandemic was going to help this couple. I did. I thought that the pandemic was going to help this couple. It did not. Of course, we're talking about R&B singer Ne-Yo and Crystal Renee, his now ex-wife, soon to be ex-wife, has to pay her nearly $2 million, not quite $2 million. But it doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. They finally have ended this debacle, finalized their divorce. And, he has to pay her $1.6 million in a lump sum. $1.6 million. Like, he was already Ne-Yo when he met her, right? And so this is to balance out their real estate holdings, and $20,000 for moving expenses. She is also going to keep one of their 4 homes in Georgia. They got 4 homes in Georgia. She's going to get to keep one of those homes, and Ne-Yo is going to have 3 of them. So additionally, Ne-Yo has agreed to cut a $150,000 check so she can buy a new car. And he is keeping their Bentley. I don't know. Maybe he just didn't want to be married anymore. Ne-Yo is 43. He also has to pay her, Renee, for she's 36 years old, $12,000 a month in child support for the 3 kids that they share. He will also have to pay for any education-related expenses. I mean, I guess that's not a big surprise for the dad. They have agreed to joint custody of the kids. I mean, that's good. Finally, if he hasn't had to pay enough, he also has to pay $5,000 per month in alimony for the next 3 years. Man, it is they say it's cheaper to keep. I mean, sometimes it's cheaper just not to get her in the first place. She filed for divorce back in the summer 2022 after she publicly accused him of cheating. I don't think it was any surprise there. I don't know. Just when you have to start chopping up the money, it can get real ugly. So within the divorce filing, she alleged that Ne-Yo had fathered a child with another woman. And I mean, that looks bad. He's going to lose that one, right? So they got married back in 2016, and they've been an on again, off again couple. Divorced 2 years later before marrying again in April of 2022. I mean, they have 3 kids together. A 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 1-year-old. Neo is also the father of a 12-year-old and an 11-year-old from a previous relationship. So yeah, he has money, right? He's got money. But at this rate, dating women and him screwing up these relationships, he ain't gonna have money for long. this is I think this is a bit excessive. I do understand that the child support is necessary, but I guess he is just done. Like, he is just tired of this marriage, and he is just like, look, whatever you want, let's get it over with, let's get it done, so I can move on with my life. So did he get off easy, or did he have to pay too much money? He had to pay a lot of money. Now, yes, he has, he's got access to a lot of money. He has a lot of money. But when is enough? I don't know. Let me know thoughts in the comment section. Of course, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok at The Diamond K Show. Of course, new episodes of the program drop daily here at ONFIRE-TV.com, on YouTube, DJ Diamond K. Of course, our Patreon subscribers get twice the content. Support what we do here. Head on over to ONFIRE-TV.com/join so you can become a member. All right, just take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this. Welcome back. You and Diamond K in here. So they've been talking about this balloon, and this balloon has been found yesterday over U.S. airspace, and they say that it is a Chinese balloon. So the balloon spotted. China is saying that it is a weather balloon used for weather research, and the wind just blew it off course. That's what they're saying. U.S., of course, does not believe this. They think that it is a spying balloon, and relationships between Beijing and Washington, D.C. are already tense. Things are already tense. They could have shot the balloon down. They did not shoot the balloon down because they said shooting the balloon down would create some debris. Folks would get hurt if the balloon was shot out of the sky. So they did not shoot the balloon down. And say it's going to hurt people. It's a balloon, all right. But of course, this is one of those big time balloons. So they have not shot it down. They're just surveying it. They're following it around. The news comes as the Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, was expected to make his trip to Beijing this weekend. The visit has not been formally announced, and it was not immediately clear after this balloon was discovered whether he is still going to go. So we'll have to see. Blinken, of course, would be the highest ranking member of the Biden administration to visit China on a mission to try to turn down the temperature a little bit between our countries. We'll have to see what happens there. But this balloon is, I don't know. It's interesting. It's just kind of weird that a balloon just kind of floats into the country. So it was in Montana. That's kind of random. It's kind of random. Montana balloons in Montana from China. It's weird. Welcome back. You made Diamond K in here. So we're talking also about divorces and money that folks have to pay, right? And so another celebrity divorce settlement, singer Babyface going to have to pay his ex-wife $40,000 per month in a divorce. Hey, so it's like, I don't know. Is it that people are just giving up too soon on marriages? Is that what it is? Is it that like the first sign of a problem, they just, boom, let's get it up out of there. So according to reports, Babyface reached the settlement for this. His ex-wife, Nicole Pantenberg, this legendary singer, $40,000 per month. So he reached this deal. So spousal support and child support for this lady. Supposedly they're amicable. They separated back in 2021. They have a 14-year-old daughter together. So both parties agreed to have joint physical and legal custody of their daughter. Singer will have to pay 65% of costs related to his daughter visiting possible colleges that she wants to go to, along with lease payments for her, the mother's Cadillac SUV and insurance. Okay, I mean, I guess when you're breaking up with the mother of your child, you sometimes, if things can be cool, and especially if they've been divorced since or separated since 2021. So maybe the temperature has been turned down a little bit. Maybe they're not as turned up as they used to be. So they can have a decent conversation and and iron some things out. Back when I had a child, his mother and I, my former baby mama, my former kid's mother, we used to go at it. But of course, in the times that have passed, the years that have gone on, we can have conversations now. We talk about things that we used to argue about, and we can just talk about it regular now. So I'm guessing that if we were having a divorce, we weren't married, obviously, but if we were having a divorce back when we were really in the heat of arguing about our former son together, it would have been crazy. But if we had been separated for many years and now we were trying to structure some type of a divorce settlement, I think it would be a little bit easier because the emotions are not as heated. So maybe that's what Babyface going to do. Saying, whatever you want. Okay, let's get it over with. So he's giving her that money, and I'm sure he's going to sing some more songs about it. And I guess it's not a big deal. I'm the only one that's feeling it. It ain't even my money. It ain't even my money, but I just sometimes watch these ladies get over. Sometimes it's not getting over, but in these cases, I think, maybe. Welcome back. You man, Diamond K in here. Of course, the Diamond K Show at the Diamond K Show on all social media. Not sure if y'all remember this case, but here in Baltimore, the grandmother, there was a 9-year-old who fatally shot a 15-year-old. If you're watching us on YouTube or on Twitter or Facebook or ONFIRE-TV.com, you can see a picture of Nikayla Strawder. So over the summer, last summer here in Baltimore, sadly, this 9-year-old shot and killed 15-year-old Nikayla Strawder on the front porch. And as I said, 9 years old. So his grandmother, the grandmother, has been indicted. Now, the 9-year-old used his grandmother's gun, used his grandmother's weapon to kill this 15-year-old. And she died August 6th, 2022. So she was shot in the head. It's crazy. On the front porch of her parents' house in West Baltimore. So just a sad story. Now, at the time, police called the shooting accidental. They said that this 9-year-old was responsible, but the family said that they believed that the shooting was intentional. So yesterday, the Baltimore City State's Attorney's Office announced the indictment of the grandmother. The grandmother's name is April Gaskins. in November 22nd on reckless endangerment and 2 counts of failure to secure a firearm with unsupervised minors, unsupervised minor. Right. So you got all these folks. It's like, yo, we want to get these guns. And that's fine. If that's what you want to do. You take the necessary steps to get the gun, but you got to secure the weapon. I mean, you got to secure the weapon. Kids are in everything. I remember being a young kid, 9, 10, 11. I knew where our parents, and my sisters knew as well, where our parents hid the Christmas presents in the house. So sometimes I would like to go try to sneak and look at the Christmas presents where they had out, try to take the tape off, that kind of stuff, dumb stuff like that. That's the kind of dumb stuff the kids do. Now, if my parents did not have guns in the house, my grandparents had guns in the house. I knew where the guns were, right? But I didn't mess with their guns, right? But you got some kids that mess with the guns, and you have to secure the weapon. Kids getting the beefs, kids talking trash to each other, and kids are getting weapons and shooting people. Now, like I said, I don't know whether this was intentional or not. Family thinks it was intentional. 9-year-old kills a 15-year-old on the front porch, shoots her in the head with his grandmother's gun. This is an incredibly difficult case, given the circumstances, given the age of the victim. But I guess this indictment could be the first step in the very long road to justice. So this is sending a very strong message, indicting this grandmother, and the fact that they want to hold someone accountable who does not practice responsible gun ownership and securing the firearm. It is important. We must reinforce safe and secure storage of guns. We can't have weapons ending up in the hands of 9-year-olds. This is a very, very tragic reminder of what can happen when your guns are not safely secure. And we have thoughts in the comment section, of course, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, at The Diamond K Show, of course, ONFIRE-TV.com, on all social media at The Diamond K Show.
You're watching OnFire-TV.com, featuring news, interviews, and entertainment. Broadcasting from Radio On Fire Studios in Baltimore, Maryland, here's your host, Diamond K.
Welcome back. You made Diamond K in here, of course, The Diamond K Show, OnFire-TV.com, on all social media. I am at The Diamond K Show. So we talk about love, right? Love, it may not have an age, right? That's what they say. This is an interesting case here, interesting situation. This 24-year-old woman, 24 years old. You remember when you were 24 years old? I remember when I was 24 years old. But 24-year-old woman is making plans to have her first child with her, wait for it, 85-year-old husband. She has an 85-year-old husband. If you're watching us on OnFire-TV.com, on YouTube, DJ Diamond K, or on Facebook, you can see a picture of this happy couple. They look happy, right? They're from Mississippi. Her name is Miracle. She is 24 years old, and she is married to 85-year-old Charles. All right. Here's her dad. Right. Here's her father. You can see the expression on his face. He doesn't look too happy to me. I don't know how happy I would be if this was my son-in-law either. But I guess love is love, and she's in love. He's in love. Now, despite their age gap, Miracle is looking to create 2 beautiful children with Charles, despite knowing that she's probably going to outlive him. She's 24. He is 85. Now, the couple is looking into IVF. Charles says that he wants to leave behind a generation. Charles is a retired real estate agent who caught feelings for Miracle, who used to do his laundry a year after knowing her. Used to do her laundry. Okay. I mean, I guess she used to do the laundry, and I guess she's still doing the laundry. I get love is love. Okay. She says that one day he waltzed in, threw a piece of paper down, and said, "Write down your number." She said he was a player. He was her knight in shining armor, she said about their relationship. I don't know if my 24-year-old family member was married to or dating an 85-year-old. I don't know. I understand that people love, you can't control who you love and all of that. She said that they got a good vibe going. She said he didn't make her feel weird. She said that the conversation was good. Sometimes me talking to my nieces who are teenagers, sometimes we talking past each other. The generation gap's not that big between me and my nieces or me and my nephews, but 24 and 85 said that he got a good vibe. When I found out I was in too deep, it was a couple of months in, she said. I already had feelings for him. He was my baby and he wasn't going anywhere. That's that sugar daddy talk, right? I don't know if I'm going for that. I mean, I guess love is love. Maybe I'm being too hard on them. Maybe I'm being too hard on them. I guess they look happy. I guess. I don't know. When you looking at her father, I think that pretty much sums it up. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok at The Diamond K Show. Of course, ONFIRE-TV.com. Welcome back. Your man Diamond K in here, of course, The Diamond K Show, ONFIRE-TV.com. So we're talking about, I don't know, current events and the such. One crazy, I think it's a crazy story. Out of Massachusetts, prisoners potentially who donate organs could get less prison time. Inmates will be able to donate organs or bone marrow in exchange for reduced time in prison if this bill in Massachusetts passes. Donors would receive at least 60 days, but no more than 1 year off of their sentences. A new bill proposed on Beacon Hill would allow Massachusetts prisoners to donate their organs for reduced sentences. Now, I think that this is a crazy thing. Maybe it's me, right? So this act to establish the Massachusetts Incarcerated Individual Bone Marrow and Organ Donor Program was sponsored by Democrat reps Garcia of Chelsea and Gonzalez of Springfield, Massachusetts. They say that it would restore bodily autonomy to incarcerated folks. What are you talking about? To me, it just doesn't feel right. To me, it's like harvesting organs. To me, this does not feel humane. You're bargaining with vulnerable people over their time. It's I disagree. This has got to be illegal, right? This has got to be illegal. You want to expand the pool of donors, and I definitely understand that it is a struggle to find a match. People of color have some trouble, and maybe you get some more promotion out there. You do some more marketing about donors, but I don't know if this is the way. And listen, I'm all for trying new stuff, but this just seems plain out, categorically, flat out wrong. That's what this is. Trying to find ways to con inmates into giving you, this is a crazy story. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, of course. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok at The Diamond K Show, of course, ONFIRE-TV.com, ONFIRE-TV.com. Welcome back. Your man Diamond K in here, of course, ONFIRE-TV.com, thediamondkshow.com. So this mystery, and it truly has been a mystery. It deepens. It has deepened in Detroit. You know, my father's from Detroit, by the way. Now, there are three up-and-coming rappers that were missing, and they have been found dead in an apartment. Now, this is following a canceled hip-hop show in Detroit. So the bodies of these three rappers, they're up-and-coming guys. You know, they're not guys that a lot of you may have heard of before. But police confirmed the remains that they found belong to three men who hadn't been seen since canceling a show in Michigan in January. Three bodies. So they've been searching for these guys for 2 weeks. Authorities say that the mystery of these guys, so it was January the 21st that they had this show that was canceled, and they have been found dead nearly 2 weeks. As of now, I haven't heard a story like this. I have not heard a story like this. So the rappers were supposed to perform at this location called Lounge 31. For whatever reason, the show was canceled, and this is in Detroit, Michigan. And so Armani Kelly, he was supposed to perform for a birthday party. His friend Dante Wicker, also found dead. Montoya Givens, also found dead. This grim discovery of these three. So this is a building that they were found in, was in Highland Park. And they've been found dead. I mean, just one of the mothers says she doesn't even know how they're going to bury. She doesn't even have the money to bury her child. So Kelly reportedly told his fiance that the show was canceled because of equipment issues, some type of a sound issue. And he planned to meet up with some of his friends to look for other open gigs. And that was the last that she heard of him, her fiance. So he stopped responding to calls after 7:30 to report it. And, that is it. Kelly picked up Wicker and Givens while on the way to the show, but his car was found in the Queens Court apartment complex with the license plate missing. A home in Detroit was raided by police, resulting in a person of interest being brought in for questioning. It's unfortunate. It's very, very sad story. Very sad situation. I don't know how we got here. I don't know how we got here. Definitely. So we want to send out condolences to the family and friends of these young men. Faces on the screen. Of course, if you are looking at us on ONFIRE-TV.com, on Facebook, on YouTube, DJ Diamond K, you can see that. Just definitely a sad situation.
You're watching OnFire-TV.com, featuring news, interviews, and entertainment. Broadcasting from Radio On Fire Studios in Baltimore, Maryland, here's your host, Diamond K.
back. Your man Diamond K in here, of course. Happy Friday to everybody. On social media, I am at the Diamond K Show, So, I often talk about folks taking the law into their own hands. And, I don't know. This a vigilante mentality, it doesn't work good for us. Black people I'm talking about. It doesn't work good for us, okay? I'm just saying. So this, I don't know if you remember this story. This Owens Mills daycare worker, she shot her husband over abuse allegations. If y'all remember that, she received 4 years in prison. So she admitted that she shot her husband. And what's crazy about this is she's getting more time than the prosecutors even asked for. Prosecutors didn't even want her to get this much time. But Shantira Weems, who shot her husband twice at a hotel in D.C. after she accused him of abusing children at her daycare, which is located in Owens Mills. As part of a plea agreement, she pled guilty to assault and gun charges. Prosecutors were asking for 2 years in prison, but the judge said, I'm giving her 4 years in prison, saying that two years was not enough time. 2 years was too lenient, according to the judge. And it might send a message that the court believed her husband got what he deserved. Now, I've seen many people on social media. I've talked to many people on the streets who feel that the husband did get what he deserved. Husband's still alive. He got shot. But Weems' husband, meanwhile, is also facing dozens of sexual abuse charges in Baltimore County and is set to go to trial in May. So he don't feel like he got off, because he did not. Now, what's the moral of the story? She should not have shot him. She could have reported him, and it would have went down. But she shot him. She's getting 4 years. And a lot of folks throughout Baltimore and throughout the country are not feeling sorry for her husband at all. But many people feel that she should not be going to jail for this. But she, she being a vigilante, right? I understand she was upset, and she had reason to be upset. And there's a way that can be handled. There's something that can be done about it. And her taking it into her own hands was not the way. Okay. That was absolutely categorically not the way.
It's the Diamond K Show.
So much going on in the world. You talk about things from the perspective of how it is. DJ Diamond K, sometimes it comes off like you are almost not in support of, but you just accept the way things are and there's no chance of change. Check me out on YouTube. That's the part that I am just like,
ONFIRETV.com.
So we were talking on the other side about James Weems Jr. James Weems Jr. is the name of her husband. So he was indicted. The allegations, it appears, were true. The reason that she shot him, I suppose she had a reason, and she felt justified in doing it. But let this be a lesson to everyone. If you find somebody's doing something heinous like this, you need to turn them over to the authorities, right? You do not need to take it into your own hands and just start, like this is the Wild Wild West or something. So this man is facing dozens of charges. In May, he's going to trial. She pled guilty. His wife pled guilty, and now she's going to be doing 4 years. So I don't know if it was worth it. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is. But he's going down, so his trial is coming. And I hope that he gets everything that he deserves. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Of course, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok at The Diamond K Show. Of course, ONFIRE-TV.com. I will be back on Monday